Hey, Daryl James here. And if you're asking yourself the question, is he in the back of a truck? Yes, I am. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. So I was changing out my battery in my truck because it died, right? And I normally don't do any kind of repairs on my vehicles. I normally leave that for the experts. I normally stay with the things that I'm good at, right? But changing out a battery is really easy. You take out a few bolts, you take off the electrical connection, you take out the old battery, you put the new battery in. Pretty simple, right? But upon my journey on trying to change this battery, or upon my mission on trying to change this battery, I realized that I did not have the right tools, right? Where the bolt was located was too far for me to get to with the tools that I had. So a job that first initially seemed remedial, a job that first initially seemed easy, has now became a task that I was unable to do. And as I was driving a discount auto parts, because I went and got the right tool, right? But as I was driving the discount auto parts, I was wondering, how many times do we actually go through life with the wrong tools, right? And we wonder why the outcome that we were looking for, we didn't achieve it, right? A lot of people would attack certain situations and certain occurrences with just always a forceful nature. And being demanding is good in certain situations, but we can't attack every avenue, every obstacle that we come across with that same nature, with that same way. Some people, they act as if they're knocking down a house with everything that comes upon them, opposed to them. They always have the hammer swinging, right? Like you're knocking down a wall on a house, always using the tool of forcefulness, right? And we have to realize, like, sometimes you have to be tactful. Sometimes you have to know the right measures of success, right? And the same can also be true for those who are passive, right? You have some people who will have a certain situation that comes up in their life, and they're always trying to measure out and do all the calculations and just make sure like everything is cut exact and everything is correct, and never actually make a choice, never actually make a decision. Sometimes those kind of people has to put the measuring tape down and actually perform and actually do and solve the issue that has came up, right? And some people might argue and say, you're supposed to measure twice and cut once, which I'm not gonna fight you. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I'm not gonna fight you on that. But it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months. You still haven't made a decision. We have to make a decision. When situations come up, certain occurrences come up, you have to make a decision, right? You can't continue to act in that passive way. You can't continue to just measure all the time, right? So whatever the situation is, we have to learn how to be tactful. What tools are needed to solve life's issue, right?